Check it. You have 42 million Americans are on food stamps right now. Over 42 million. Yes. And most of them are black Americans. That's 1 in 10 people in this country relying on SNAP benefits just to eat. But with the government shutdown dragging on and talks are about cutting food assistance, millions could lose their benefits as soon as November the 1st, which is a matter of days, man. And when people can't feed their families with a question mark, yeah, the streets are going to explode. Let me tell you why. And this is the biggest reason why. Listen, 42 million Americans, most of them won't be able to feed their families. There's going to be a ton of angry people. And most of them people are single mamas. Single mamas who have no support, no man in household, no husband, no support from their baby fathers. Because a lot of women tend to separate from their baby daddies, or better yet, their baby daddies are not allowed to be a part of their kid's life, right? So it's going to be a big chaos out here, man. You know what I'm saying? That's the number one reason why you cannot depend on the government, man. You can't depend on them, because today's government is the real definition of the element of surprise. You know, so don't be surprised what the government may do. Don't be surprised of a particular event that will have a drastic effect on your lifestyle or your life situation, because millions and millions of people in America depend on government assistance in some shape, form, or fashion. And you have so many Americans, especially in the urban areas like the ghetto, the hood. You have a lot of single mamas and hood chicks that don't work or get no type of income. They only get their resources from food stamps and Section 8. That's how they live. You know, the ones who pay $15, $25 a month for rent, as in being on Section 8. So you have to think about that. And you have taxpayers out there that agree with this government shutdown. You have people out there that agree with the situation of stopping the food stamps. Like, you have people who agree with it. Taxpayers that go to work every day and pay taxes. You know, you can't rely on the government for the rest of your life. You know, the real reason why government assistance exists is to temporarily help you, you know what I mean, till you get on your feet. That's the whole purpose. And people are complaining about it. People feel some type of way about it. So 9 times out of 10, somebody whispered into the government's ears, and the government took heed to it. And now it's a government shutdown. And now they're talking about cutting off food stamps starting November 1st. So if you have food stamps left on your card, your best bet is to stretch it or save it. Because if you keep spending them food stamps and selling them food stamps, you're going to be out of luck. You're going to be one hungry son of a gun, because the government, they're not going to save you. And you're going to have people out here that are not trying to save you too. Family members and so forth, because everybody going through a hard time right now. There's a huge recession out here right now. Our economy is crashing. The American dollar is crashing. So that's why it's so important to hang on to money and save money. Just like me, for an example. I got money right now. I'm hanging on to it. I'm being tight and stingy with it. And I'm teaching my girl this. You know what I mean? I'm trying to tell her this too. You got to hang on to money. You can't be spending and splurging. You can't be tricking off. You can't be messing around, because ain't nobody going to save you. You can't depend on government assistance, man. It's not going to save you. But I'm getting off topic here, but I'm preaching. But this situation with this government shutdown, They say it will last for a month, but it's no guarantee of how long this will last. That's why you have to always be prepared, because these food stamps, the situation is a lot of single mamas out there, that's all they have. That's their only resource is food stamps and Section 8. You know what I mean? Because they don't work, they don't do nothing. They don't have no type of hustle or nothing unless they are out there selling their bodies. You know what I mean? And that's a dangerous field to be in, because you can catch diseases, mess around out here with different men just to get money, and then you get in a relationship with a man, you know, so he can support you while you get government benefits. But in reality, it will catch up with you, because if the relationship don't work, then what's your backup plan gonna be? Go get another man? That's not what men are here for, and that's not what the government is here for. That's what people have to understand. People have to understand you can't not depend on the freaking government, man. You know what I mean? The government is the government for a reason. And people are paying their taxes out here on a yearly basis, right? That tax money that working people pay, that money is for government benefits. It's for health care, Medicaid, food stamps, Section 8. But obviously, the rich people in the upper class, they've been complaining. That's why this is going on a down low. People are getting tired of paying their tax money out to help people who have 2 feet, 2 hands, 10 fingers, and 10 toes, who can get up and work and grind and hustle just like everyone else. See, this alone right here, this situation going to affect a lot of people. People from the streets in the hood going to explode. People going to start committing more crimes and so forth, because they feel obligated. They feel like they are entitled to these government benefits. But the government really don't have to give you no benefits, no free food or free or cheap housing. Like, the government don't have to do that. You know what I'm saying? And the taxpayers don't have to, pay taxes for you to live easy, while they have to pay thousands and thousands of dollars a month for their mortgage, thousands and thousands of dollars a month for their rent in their condo. That's a big difference. See what I'm saying? And the government is losing money. They don't have as many funds left over to keep the food stamps and the SNAP benefits going. That's how you know this country is crashing economically. You know what I'm saying? So you have to understand, realize, see, me, I've always been a person who never depends on the freaking government. Yeah, true enough, I'll suck up my pride on this video and tell everybody, back in the day, yeah, I got food stamps before. I signed up for them things and got them, and I stuck with it a little while, maybe 5-6 months. But the older I got, I learned not to depend on that. I have a hustle. I have ways of working and hustling, and I have ways of hitting licks legally where I don't have to depend on the freaking government. You have to have a hustle. You have to be determined to be better and do better. You don't want to regress in life. You want to progress in life. You don't want to settle for less. But this situation with this government shutdown, it's going to enrage a lot of people. And it already has enraged a lot of people. It's like the government see and feel like people are entitled. But guess what? This is a wake-up call. This is a reality check. You can't keep depending on food stamps, man. You can't. That's why you have other resources. Go to a school, get a trade, find a second hustle, work a regular job and find you a second hustle. You know what I mean? You have to grind it out. Find you a babysitter to babysit your kids. You know what I'm saying? You don't have to make up these excuses and say, I got kids, I don't have no babysitter and blah blah blah, that's why I can't get no job, so I got to get these food stamps. You can't think in that frame of mind, because if you continue to think in that frame of mind, you will never amount to be something better. You will never progress. You will always be stuck in the same position. You have to grow and develop as a man and a woman. You can't keep depending on the government to save you and feed you. But anyway, I said a whole mouthful. If you like this video, smash the like and subscribe button. I'ma end this video and I'm out. Peace.